Hey everybody, I'm coming making this video message, and I want to let you know, once you get delivered, you are no longer attracted to the same types of people. The reason why I'm making this video message is because a lot of you all, you will ask me to do video requests, and you will email me and ask me certain questions. And one question that comes to me a lot is, some people don't understand why they are attracted to a certain type of person. Now, I want to let you guys know something. Sometimes you can have something inside of you knowingly or unknowingly. I told you all before, I don't necessarily believe that you attract who you are. In some cases, it may be like that, but in certain cases, it's not always you are attracting who you are. Sometimes people just like your light. A lot of you, you carry a light. So wherever you are, you brighten up the room, you brighten up the location, you brighten up the establishment that you are in. And if you remove yourself or you have to be forced to leave, your absence is felt. So sometimes people are just drawn to you and attracted to you because you may have a great sense of humor. You may make people feel good. You may know how to uplift somebody's spirit. You may be really intelligent and they love the way you teach, or they love the way you speak. You may be a very calm person. Sometimes people are drawn to people who have a calm and peaceful spirit. And so don't always think that if there are certain people coming at you, that is because it's some demon inside of you or attached to you. Now, in some cases, that is the truth. But I can definitely tell you that your taste changes when you receive deliverance. Deliverance is just when God snatches you out of something. When God pulls you out of something, when he takes you out of something, that is the definition of deliverance. It's more definitions of it, but I'm just giving you all just a quick, easy answer to that. So just in a nutshell, that is what deliverance is. And so what I'm saying is that things that you used to do, things that you used to like, people that you used to like, if you were always attracted to a certain type of man, or you were always attracted to a certain type of woman, or you intentionally dealt with somebody that did a particular thing that you like, I am here to tell you that once you receive deliverance, your taste changes and your attraction changes. And let me give you guys some examples. If you have been an alcoholic, you may love alcohol. You may love liquor for different reasons. It may be that it takes the pain away from you from your childhood. It may be it takes the pain from you because you've lived a very hard life. It may calm you down. It may, some people will say alcohol helps them to think more clearly. There are various reasons that people will tell you they like alcohol. And so what I'm saying to you all is that if for a very large part of your life, alcohol has been something connected to you, you wake up drinking. Before you go to sleep, you have to have a drink. You're going to the liquor store when you get off of work. On the weekends, you're going to the bar. When somebody is having a party, you will ask them, is alcohol going to be there? Because if it's not, you're not coming, or you'll bring some there. Some of you all, alcohol has been a part of your life for a very long time. And so if you look around your circle, or you look at the type of man you date, ladies, or you look at the type of woman you date, fellas, for some of you, not all of you, you may deal with a man or a woman who also drinks just as much as you. They may drink just as much as you, or they may drink more than you know. And so you are comfortable being around that type of person, or you're comfortable being around other drinkers because it's no judgment there. Everybody that you hang with does the same thing. But I'm here to let you know that when God delivers you, when God frees you, when God snatches you out of some things and your spirit is purified, you are no longer attracted to or drawn to the same types of people. If you wanted to date a certain type of woman, or you wanted to date a certain type of man, and you wanted to date the same type of man, or you wanted to date the same type of woman. Not that I'm promoting sex outside of marriage. You all know my stance on that. I would never do that. But what I'm saying is that some of you all, you will link up, hang with, and even date, and you will be intimate with someone that does a particular thing you like. Whatever it is, they may be down to do the particular thing that you like. But once you receive deliverance, once God snatches you out of some things, once your emotions are stabilized and cleared up, once your appetite of things that you were drawn to is cleaned up and that residue is removed, you will no longer be attracted to and drawn to the same type of person. Think of the most filthy, vulgar, nastiest thing that you can right now. I'm not going to even call out anything and give any examples of it. I just want you all for a quick second to think of, like I said, the most vulgar, nastiest thing that you could think of. And it could be with a partner. It could be with the type of man or woman, like I said, that you were dating. Think of that right now. And so if you have crossed over to God, or you've been walking with God, you may notice over time that your taste in a certain type of man, or your taste in a certain type of woman, is no longer your type. You may have at one point been in a relationship with someone for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and they were all that to you. You were deeply in love with that particular person. You couldn't get them out of your head. You called them every day. You all were super close. But as you got older, as you elevated, as you evolved, as God freed you and things started breaking off of you and things started melting off of you, you will notice, you know what? I'm not attracted to the same type of man that I used to be attracted to. You at some point as a woman may have been attracted to a thug. I talked about this a while back, where you used to like men that were thugs. You like them because they stand out in the crowd. They dress nice. They're real popular. A lot of people like them. A lot of people love them. The bad boy turned you on. The bad boy made you feel safe. The bad boy made you feel secure. You felt like you were more of a powerful woman dealing with the thug. But now that you've received deliverance, now that things have burned off of you, or they've gotten burned out of you, now when you look around, you notice, you know what? I'm not attracted to thugs anymore. Some of you all, when you receive a certain level of deliverance, it actually disgusts you. When you look back on the type of people you slept with, when you look back on the type of people you used to hang with, when you look back on the type of people you used to tell your business to, and you used to talk to them, now when you see those caliber of people, you don't want anything to do with them. You don't want anybody being around you or in your life that reminds you remotely of that person you used to be friends with, or that person you used to date. Because for some of you all, when you sense it or you see it manifest or come out, you will cut that person off, and you will continue to move on with your life, because your taste is not the same. If there was a particular thing that you like to do, you may have liked going to the club. Some of you all, you have the street feet. You love going to the club. Every weekend you want to go to the club, or every Tuesday night or every Thursday night you want to go to the club. You want to unwind. You want to listen to some music. You love to dance. You love to be on the scene, to show off your high heels, ladies. You want to show off your hair and your nails. You want to show off your dress. Fellas, you want to show off your fresh haircut. You want to show off your new Jordans. You want to show off your fresh, crisp outfit. Whatever the case is. But you notice once God started maturing you, you notice when there was a major shifting in you spiritually. A lot of people in the kingdom, they say you went through a spiritual surgery, and that is where some people have gotten slain in the spirit, or where God has just cleaned them up spiritually. And so when you come out of something, or when God brings you out of something, things that you used to always crave, things that you used to always desire, you no longer crave it or desire it. As you receive deliverance and as you begin to elevate and grow, things that you wanted, places that you wanted to go, people that you used to want to be around, people that you connected with intimate wise, you no longer want it. So this video message is just to tell you, once you receive deliverance, then your taste changes. Don't be afraid of this shift. Don't be afraid of this change. Don't try to fight. You need to let it flow. Now, the people who used to be connected to you for that particular thing, they may be upset. They may feel some type of way about it. But think about how hard you fought to get free and delivered. Think about that. You may have used to want to do a particular drug. You may have been a one who always wanted to smoke. You always wanted to smoke. You always wanted to get high. But now that you've been walking with God, you've been doing some praying, you've been doing some fasting, you have been self-denying yourself several different things. I'm here to tell y'all, when things start getting burnt out of you, when God started cleaning you up, and you know what? The biggest thing that I want you all to know is that, see, when you are living in the world, okay, or when you are living your life and it's inspired by the enemy, you will be blinded by a lot of things. A lot of things that the enemy is doing, you don't see it. You don't recognize it. You can't discern it. You can't sense it. But what God will do is, when you start to walk with him and you are building your relationship with him and you are praying more and spending more time with him, God will start to take the blinders off your eyes. Some people are brought to shame. Some people are brought to disgust. Some people, they recognize it in the sense of, oh, you know what? I remember when I felt this particular way about him. I remember when I felt this particular way about her. I remember when I was drawn sexually to that type of man or to that type of woman, but you no longer want it. So for those of you who don't understand deliverance, for those of you who you may not even fully be delivered from a particular thing that you are battling and struggling with now, I am here to tell you, you will know that God has removed residue. You will know that God has cleaned you up. You will know that God has taken you from one place emotionally and spiritually when your taste changes. Initially, if you wanted to drink and smoke, now, you know what, you're noticing about yourself, you know what, I don't have an interest in drinking and smoking. I don't have an interest in doing drugs. Now, I'm more so interested in cooking. I want to dive into cooking. I want to dive into painting. I'm not attracted to thugs anymore. Now I'm looking at men of God. I feel more safe and I feel more at peace being around a man of God that reads his Bible. You know, however it looks for you, I just need you all to know, especially the younger people who is viewing this video message and the babes in Christ, I need you to understand that you don't need to beat yourself up about what you're tempted by. Don't beat yourself up about what you are tempted by. Every last one of us who is walking this earth is either triggered by a particular thing or a particular person. Every last one of us that's walking this earth is drawn to or attracted to a particular place, a particular person, or a particular thing for various reasons. Some of us, we crave a particular thing for various reasons. But what I'm saying to you is that when you trust God and when you follow God and when you build your relationship with God and you put these things on the altar that you are battling and struggling with, you are going to see a change in what you are drawn to. You are going to see a change in what you desire. You are going to see a change in what you crave. I am here to tell you, you are not going to have a need to do particular things anymore. One thing I could tell you about me is that there was a time, and I shared this with some of my audience in a live before a couple of months back, but there was a time where my father came to me and he said to me, he said, you're going to get to a place in your life that you don't have a need to address everything and everybody. Everything that you see and everybody that you see cutting up, you're going to get to a place in your life where you notice something or you see something or you may even discern something, but you're still going to remain silent. When I tell you all, I am at that level now. Now, my father is deceased. For those who don't know, my father told me this over 15 years ago. He died in 2015. But he had told me this many years ago. And so I didn't too much understand it. I really didn't believe it. But where I am now, I don't have a need to address everything or everybody. People will come on your platform saying all types of stuff. People email me asking me stupid questions. They say silly things to me. Now, the old me, I would just bite their head off. I would bite their head off and I would say certain things. Sometimes now I even have to correct people. But, you know, it's not the way that it used to be. I've come really far. But then there are some people I will outright ignore them. I don't have no need to prove to you that I'm right and you're wrong. Even though I may know in a certain situation that I am right. And I know that you're clearly wrong. And I can show you evidence of whatever the discussion is that you are out of order and you're wrong. But I don't have a need to prove it to you. I'm going to let you think and believe whatever it is you want to think and believe. So I'm letting you all know. For those of you that are battling and you feel like you have failed in life, you feel like you have failed God, you are beating yourself up. You feel stressed out. You feel depressed. You can't sleep at night because you feel so condemned and so convicted about the fact you are still craving a particular thing or you still desire a particular thing, and it may not be godly. I'm going to just tell you all, it may not be godly. It may be a very filthy, nasty thing. It may not be 100% pure. But I'm going to tell you all, you better lean on God. You better put those things or that thing that drives you or that is governing you, you better put it on the altar. Let God cleanse you. Let God clean you up. Let God change your desires. Let him change your cravings. Let God change who and what you are attracted and drawn to. It is very real. It is very real, and it's eye-opening. You will be shocked because sometimes you get to a place in this life that we live and you feel like there are certain things or there's a certain person or there's a certain place and you just cannot get over it. You just cannot let it go. The devil is a liar. I am here to tell you, once you get deliverance, your attractions and your desires and what you are drawn to, it changes. It's not going to remain the same. Now, in certain cases, there are some people when they start to really go out here for God and they are very serious about God, they notice that some things are elevated. They are actually heightened. I'm not saying this is easy. There is spiritual warfare where your spirit is warring against your flesh because your flesh wants what it wants. And it's easy to tap into your flesh to do what you want to do. But when you are living and walking by the Spirit, when you are listening to the Spirit of the Lord give you instructions and say certain things to you, sometimes it's harder. It's real easy to do wrong, but doing right, it's more complicated. So I'm just letting you all know to uplift you and encourage you, those that this fits. when you get deliverance, your attractions and your taste to certain people, places, and things, it is going to change. The change is not always going to happen overnight. And if something is heightened in the midst of you praying and fasting, then you're going to have to pray more. That is when you really, really need deliverance. Because sometimes, I'm going to tell you, on a walk, you will start to find out that there are things in you that you did not know was there. I'm just going to be honest with you. But I hope this video message helps someone. I hope it helps someone. Don't think it's strange when you are no longer moved or turned on or excited about a particular person or a particular place or a particular thing. You better thank God for it. That is an indication that God is delivering you, or that you are free and you have grown and elevated and evolved spiritually. That is the video message. Well, guys, it's time for me to go because I have some other things to do. The Lord willing, I will be back with another video message. If any one of you have been offended by anything I spoke about in this video message, it's okay. It's all right. I'm not worried about it. I am not concerned because I know you will forgive me in the morning.